It's like you know my kid.
I do know your kid.
How do you know my kid?
I know your kid because I know your baby daddy. I know your baby daddy because I sit on his like almost every other night.
You know, the tragedy isn't that she died. You know, we all must go the way that Kelvi went. The tragedy is probably in how she died and how old she was when she died.
This is Love Hurts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for future content. 18-year-old Kelvi McCray was beautiful, popular, smart, family-oriented, and funny. She was a people person. Everyone loved her. If you came in contact with her, you couldn't help but to love her. Her vibe was truly unmatched. Small in stature, Kelvi was fearless with everything she did. And if there was something that she wanted to do, she did it with no hesitation. She was young, but she had a lot going on for herself. She was a hairstylist, model, entrepreneur, and an influencer, all at the same time. She specialized in wig installs, and baby girl was skilled. She was melting lace like a true professional at only 18. Kelvi was living life to the fullest. At one point, she was going to school for nursing. Then she started looking into law school, and she had recently received her security license. She had so many dreams and so many goals to accomplish. She wanted to do everything. She had so much drive and motivation. It's almost like she knew she didn't have a lot of time here. So she made the most of every single day. And as passionate as she was about her future, she was just as passionate about her family. She was a pure daddy's girl, always posting pictures and videos with her dad, whom she called her twin. Their relationship was close, and the two were inseparable. Although Kelvi was young, she was growing up fast. At the tender age of 17, she started a relationship with 18-year-old Keyshawn Shaw. Things started off great. Kelvi even let Keyshawn come and live with her and her family because he had nowhere else to go. But as time went on, she realized that Keyshawn was not the guy for her. So after about a year of being together, she broke off the relationship in January of 2024. She had a good heart though. She knew Keyshawn had nowhere else to go, so she allowed him to still remain in the house with her until he found another place to live. Bad idea. At first, he seemed to take the breakup well, but once he realized that Kelvi had no intentions of getting back with him, his true colors started to show, and his behavior became erratic. On March 5th of 2024, police responded to a 911 call from Kelvi. She told officers Keyshawn had strangled her, pointed a gun to her head, and briefly held her against her will. He told her that if she wouldn't get back with him, he was going to kill her. When she was finally able to get free and away from him and into her vehicle, he threw himself on top of her windshield, completely shattering it. She provided video of the incident to police, and she also posted the video to her TikTok account, stating that if something ever happened to her, Keyshawn did it. By the time police arrived, he had already fled the scene. But the police charged him with false imprisonment and aggravated assault and battery, and they began actively searching for him. On March 6th of 2024, just one day after the windshield incident, Kelvi was sitting at her dining room table, eating dinner and FaceTiming friends. That's when police say Keyshawn snuck into her home and shot her multiple times in the head and in her back. Her friends who were on the FaceTime call witnessed everything, and they began calling police. When authorities arrived, they found Kelvi barely clinging to life, and Keyshawn was leaning against a wall in the home, suffering from a gunshot wound to the head. He was also barely clinging to life. Both he and Kelvi were taken to the hospital. Kelvi succumbed to her injuries almost immediately upon arrival. Keyshawn died the very next day.
Please send the police if I think somebody just came in here and shot my daughter.
The calls for help came Wednesday night.
Is this in reference to the shooting?
West Palm Beach police say Kelvi McCray was eating dinner and FaceTiming with friends. Then police say an ex-boyfriend came in and shot her.
We heard the gunshots in the house. It appears the ex-boyfriend just murdered the girlfriend in the house.
A neighbor found McCray on the ground. He says police were just at the house.
You guys came out here yesterday on a call to the house.
Mike Jackals with West Palm Beach police says the woman called police after her ex threatened her at gunpoint on Tuesday.
He was on our radar. We were actively looking for him.
Police say they even unsuccessfully chased him at Gaines Park. Then he later returned to McCray's house. Friends and family have posted tributes online to McCray. She played basketball, track, and cheer while at Inlet Grove High School and modeled for photos and videos online. Police say Keyshawn Shaw died this afternoon after shooting himself in the head. He was 19 years old.
After Kelvi's death, her parents couldn't help but wonder if police could have done more for her.
I feel like my daughter called the wrong number.
Marla McKinney is the grieving mother of 18-year-old Kelvi McCray. To this day, she questions how West Palm Beach police handled the response to her daughter's domestic violence case.
Maybe if she'd have called the Palm Beach County Sheriff Department, maybe Rivera, she'll still be here. West Palm Beach didn't help her.
McKinney says this video from Tuesday, March 5th, the day before McCray was murdered, shows how much they believe he was a danger to McCray.
I was there. I was in the home when it happened.
Monday, McKinney and her attorneys claim the West Palm Beach Police Department failed to keep her daughter safe from Shaw, even though there was never a restraining order previously filed, and Shaw had been living at the family's home for a period of time.
After the pursuit was called off, at no point in time did any of the officers offer Miss McCray a safe place to go. They didn't offer to relocate her to an undisclosed location to keep her safe from someone who was foreseeable to come back home and possibly commit another violent crime, and that's exactly what happened the very next day.
Kelvi was so loved. So many people loved her. There were hundreds that gathered at her balloon release shortly after her death.
Hundreds of people came out here to Singer Island on Friday night to remember 18-year-old Kelvi McCray. And here's something I noticed. I didn't see any tears. I did see a lot of smiles. Her family tells me they are not here to mourn Kelvi's death. They are here to celebrate her life.
She was a people's person. Everyone loved her. You come in contact with her, you couldn't help but to love her.
She was loving. She was smart. She was beautiful, very intelligent. She would light up any room at any time.
And she touched a lot of lives. That's obvious from the enormous crowd that came out to remember her at a vigil Friday night.
I understand it's hard, it's not easy. Keep on fighting.
It means everything to me. It means everything to me, and I know it means everything to her too.
After some prayers and some singing, they walked as a group to the beach. There they said a few words and then released dozens of balloons, most of them purple, of course.
She's with God now, and we try to be strong for her.
To celebrate her life.
Yeah,
she was happy.
Everyone's here. She knows she's loved, and
she'll forever be in our hearts.
Kelvi was laid to rest in a beautiful funeral service on March 23rd of 2024. My heart truly goes out to Kelvi's friends and family, especially her parents. This is every parent's worst nightmare when it comes to your children dating. I can't imagine what they're going through. Simply by Kelvi ending a relationship with this clearly disturbed young man, he decided that neither her nor him were going to live anymore. It's just absolutely devastating. If you are in a domestic abuse relationship, create an out plan and get out now. Once you are out, do not turn back. Turning back can cost you your life. As always, loves, stay safe. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, and hit that notification bell for future content.